Who is more woke than Jemele Hill? The useless one. The oft-fired one that can't get a job, but God dang it, I still got to be talking about race because that's all I got one. She's mad, she's glad, she's angry, she's sad. She calls irresponsible headlines on Caitlin Clark's rating impact before, well, proving their point. Well, I don't even know what you call her. They're calling her here WNBA announcer Raz Gold-Awande. She is a stone idiot. I mean, Raz Gold-Awande, I mean to tell you, she better shake it because she got no brain. I mean, this is the stupidest thing I have seen. Literally, the dumbest thing I have seen. She wants Caitlin Clark, this woman who nobody knows, nobody outside of family gives a rat's ass about. Maybe some dudes because think that she's hot, or some women that think that she's hot. I don't know. But she wants Caitlin Clark to be more vocal about racism permeating through the WNBA. All right, let me tell you what Caitlin Clark should do. Hey, Roz Gold, whatever the hell your name is, you want me to be honest? All you African-American women have been to her is racist. You're racist slobs. You've been saying white girl, white bitch the entire year. You want to talk about racism? That's where it started. And everybody knows it, including Raz Gold-Awande, but they're all trying to deflect. Where have we seen this before? Wait, in our politics. The Biden-Harris Donald Trump is going to persecute his political opponents as Donald Trump is being persecuted. I mean, they always project. So that's what Raz Gold is doing. Okay, Raz Gold, I'll tell you what, I'll stand up. And Caitlin Clark should stand up as soon as you call out all the African-American lesbians, all the white lesbians in the WNBA that have been so sexist, all the African-American lesbians that have been so racist to Caitlin Clark. What if Caitlin Clark just wanted to play basketball? What if at 22 years old, trying to make her way into basketball, she just wants to play basketball? But that ain't good enough for Raz Gold-Awande because she's an idiot. I listened to her stupidity, and I'm like, I don't know. You're just an idiot. Here's Jemele Hill. Let's get to her dumb ass first. After Clark drew a record, 1.8 million viewers for her first playoff game against the Sun, September 22nd, while competing. Wait, did I get this wrong? No, let's go to screenshot. Let's go to my bad, I screwed this up. Let's go to Jemele Hill's screenshot of what she tweeted. And yet I keep getting irresponsible headlines claiming the WNBA playoffs are down because no Clark. Would the ratings be higher if she went in? Of course, but guess what? Finals would rate higher if it was LeBron and Steph or if big market teams are in the mix. So what? That's the headline. Oh, good. Yeah, you're right. But y'all tell me it's about one woman. It's not. It's more than one woman. It's not. Yeah, I don't really care what Jemele Hill says. You know what? There is nobody interesting in the WNBA past or present except for Caitlin Clark. They've all shown themselves to be sexist, racist, petty, ridiculous. So now let's do it right. After Clark drew a WNBA record, 1.84 viewers for her first playoff game against the Sun September 22nd while competing with an NFL Sunday, she followed up with another record of 2.54 million game two. Clark and the Fever lost both games. However, it sent Clark home. The Game 2 viewership was more than double what the Liberty and Aces did earlier this week. Wait a second here. I thought Asia Wilson, America's most insecure, immature, most valuable player, I thought she was all the rage. I thought it was more than just one woman. I get it. Y'all can't bring yourself to it. It's killing you. Is it? Jemele Hill, Raz Gold, whatever the hell your name is, it's just killing you. It's killing you that a straight white woman has come into the league of angry lesbians and dominated everything. The headlines, the ball, the games. It's just killing you, and you can't stop. And America has taken notice, and only you all have been racist about it. Hell, we see African Americans all across the media world saying this is great, calling out pettiness among the women. We've seen African Americans in the media and in real life saying, man, I can't wait to go see Caitlin Clark. The only people that are putting the brakes on this are the crazy-ass players. Media, lesbian, African-American, angry. Angry that a white girl has come in and dominated what could not be even approached, could not even be considered a little successful for 27 years. You want to know why it wasn't successful? Because everybody knows. I've never said this before, but women should just shut up and dribble in the WNBA. The more they talk, the dumber they are. We get dumber when they speak. We get dumber when their media speaks because it is all clouded in racism and sexism. I've said this forever, and I'll say it again. I don't really use the word judge. My feelings about people are based, to paraphrase Martin Luther King, on the content of character, not the color of their skin. That ain't the way the world works. You want to talk about progress, why don't we progress to that? I always hear about progress, and we got to have a conversation. Was that guy on Fox? We got to have uncomfortable conversations. Well, here's one for you. How about you angry African-American lesbians, and you angry white lesbians, and you angry WNBA media, get your heads out of your asses and just be, well, let me think of the word. Oh, inclusive. Instead of jealous, petty, and frankly, racist and assholes, if you want to know the real truth. Both of those games have also fallen well behind some of Clark's regular season games, talking about, I don't know if it's the finals, I don't know where it is. All right. In early September, Clark's Indiana Fever played in front of a TV audience of 1.26 million viewers in a game against the Lynx. That was played at the same time as a Week 1 Friday night NFL game between the Eagles and the Packers. You want to know what I'm talking about? Now, that's obvious. We all know the ratings are through the roof. But now, I've said this forever, and I've said it in a joking way. It's like every time Caitlin Clark or these idiots in the WNBA have any issue, Caitlin Clark doesn't have issues, these idiots in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark at 22 years old coming into a league has to be Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, and Ronald Reagan. And Al Haig. I'm in charge now. The great, not emancipated, the great bringer together, Al Haig. So Roz Gold, whatever the hell her name is, this is what this idiot had to say.
Caitlin has not had a proactive approach around toxic fandom and what's appropriate for, or something that she celebrates or likes to see in her fan base, or being proactive against any type of hateful discourse around WNBA and its players. However, when she's been prompted, she has spoken very clearly on those matters and has taken a strong stance that none of that is acceptable. She doesn't back it. She is against it and denounced it. So I think, this is where she has agency in how loud of an advocate she wants to be, how loud of an ally she wants to be for her fellow WNBA players, for her teammates, players, women that she's sharing the locker room, blood, sweat, and tears with. And, for the most part, our majority Black women, a number of people identify as LGBTQ. It's her choice, how she wants to participate as someone who's willing to say, I am them and they are me. And anything nasty is unacceptable. Anything hateful is unacceptable. And to do that on her own. And, that's hard. And I'm not sure it's fair to say that she has to, or that she needed to be ready this season. Perhaps we would have liked to see her prepared for that. But one, she has the agency to choose to participate in that way. Two, I think there is reasonable grace to be given to a player who a lot of this is moving so fast, like straight from a college season that was electric, right into the WNBA season that's been electric, and in a level of attention that has really never been seen before for a women's basketball player and for many athletes. And for us to expect a 22-year-old to have the right words to address racial tensions in America, or to have even the right strategy or comprehension of her role in it, or her power in it, or how her lack of participation could be viewed. I mean, that takes a level of education.
Honest to God, what did that idiot just say? She said Caitlin Clark's wrong for not doing it, but I understand why she's doing it. It's just stupid. I'm telling you, I know this woman went to Stanford. How? I don't know. But honest to God, these idiots just talk. Well, a participation, and we got to do that. Shut up. The girls playing basketball. You all started this. Every one of you. Every one of you on the court and in the media started this. You all want the white woman to protect you. You did. You did. You knocked her on her ass and then cheered about it. You knocked her on her ass again and then cheered about it. That idiot Angel Reese is trying so hard to latch on to Caitlin Clark by being the heel and then crying about it. You all did this. You all called her a white bitch constantly. You all did this. And now you're mad because people are reacting. And I would argue this. I would argue this like it's my job. I guarantee you, the lies being told here are the same lies that were told by Chicago Sky saying that they got accosted by multimedia men going into a hotel when it turned out to be one guy in a phone asking Kennedy Carter why she knocked the living hell out of Caitlin Clark. It's so dramatic with these women. Christine Brennan asked this clown Dejanay, whatever her name is, did you do it on purpose? And it exploded to the point where the WNBA Players Association, oh man, wants a reprimand because a woman did her job. You women want equal but special. We've seen it forever. Equal but special. Oh, we want to be treated like the men, but special. Don't say bad things about us on Twitter. Don't look at Twitter if you don't want to see bad things. Hell, I get it every day. There's two worlds in this. One, I get people, you're racist, you're sexist, you're all this stuff. And two, in real life, I had 5 people come up to me this weekend. Remember, I'm called racist. 4 African Americans. Love your podcast, Dan. Thanks for telling it real. No, seriously. Real people don't want equal but special. Real African American, real white guy, real women. They don't want it. We'll always take special, don't get me wrong. But just give us an opportunity. And these women have been given a great opportunity. And my God, they just can't shut up and quit whining about everything on something they created. They did this. The women on the court calling her white bitch, calling her white guy, all the white stuff, and then knocking her on her ass. The hate created by them. Is it right that people on social media go crazy? No. But pay attention to what's said about LeBron. Pay attention to what's said about me. Pay attention to what's said about anybody in the public eye. I'm 1/1000th of LeBron. We all catch it because there's idiots on Twitter. But if you're going to make that, oh, my God, Caitlin Clark, you must do so. Oh, shut up. And don't even give me the crap that what's her name, Griner said. Oh, they're yelling racial slurs at me. No, they're not. No, everybody's got a cell phone. Ushers, African-American ushers, you think they're going to stand for that? Is there any evidence? Of course not. Of course not. Never is. Never is. I'm so tired of the WNBA. Now we got this clown. Now we got a little girl who now is very arrogant. I was told by a friend at ESPN that this Andrea Carter, a really nice girl. Now all of a sudden, she tells, in her words, Jimmy Patero what assignment she's doing. So this lady, Andrea Carter, wants the one anonymous voter who chose Angel Reese for Rookie of the Year to go public. Stand on it. Let me tell you one thing. If your life ever gets to the point where these little girls like Andrea Carter have any influence over you, I'm not going to tell you to do anything other than reevaluate your life. Andrea Carter or Andrea, whatever the hell her name is, says, I need to stand on my vote. So some little girl that wears a little makeup, that goes on TV, says to you, I need you to go public. Stand on your vote. Look, don't out of spite. Seinfeld had it right. You know, Larry David in Curb Your Enthusiasm opened the spite store, right? Spite. Hey, look, Andrea, I got your vote right here. You want me to do it? That means I'm not. You haven't earned anything. You're a young lady that played a little basketball, got hurt, fell into a DEI job because Dave Roberts is hiring anybody and everyone at ESPN, and now you're demanding? You are in no position to demand nothing. Hats off to Caitlin. Should have been unanimous. But I'm just going to stop there. Carter blasted the voter who checked off Reese's name and said that voter should be revealed. WNBA voters are anonymous, and this is why we'd love for the WNBA to make it not anonymous, because if you were the person that had that one vote, you should just be able to stand on it. We should know who you are, and the NBA voting is not anonymous. So I would love for the NBA to make the voters see who we put the votes in. Why? So idiots like you can bitch about it? Because we can't have a normal discourse because everybody's supposed to think the same as Andrea Carter? Seriously? Andrea Carter? Let's all think like Andrea or whatever the hell her name is. Oh, okay. Seriously, what are you talking about? Hey, look, voter, you did what you thought was right. Or you did it because, well, you know why you did it. I mean, we all know why you did it. If we're talking here, you couldn't stand a little white girl winning. I get it. We all get it. But, hey, look, I'm going to give you some credit. You did it because you thought you were doing right. And if Andrea Carter says you must do this, do the opposite. That's just a piece of advice. I don't know. All right, it's time. It's time to break down this week's OutKick Top 12, brought to you by Hims Healthcare. Hims, designed for you and delivered to your door. A beautiful panel of OutKick voters decided who they believed earned their place as one of the 12 teams in college football. Let's start off with the top 10 rankings after this week. I want you to know that I am a conscientious objector. I'll probably get in trouble for this. I don't know why we got to rank these guys by their conference, who's going to win the conference. Or maybe this isn't a top 12. Are we doing this or what? See, we put the first four in there because of their conference. That's not my first four, although I had to do it, I suppose. Texas, Ohio State, Miami, BYU. This must just be 12 teams that are going to get in the playoffs. Oregon, Penn State. I can't believe Indiana's not in there. I mean, I see good teams, but Indiana's the first bowl. I'm just bitching about my own poll here. It's not my poll, it's our poll. Like, I don't have Miami third, but I had to, I guess, because they're going to win the league. This poll makes no sense to me, but I love it. I'll probably get crushed by our bosses for this, but here's my voting. Texas, Ohio State, probably Georgia, probably then Oregon. But you know what? The college football playoff goes for that. Here's the picks. Here's all of our picks. All of our picks are right here. All right, you see me. Man, this is a lot to see. You see me. Look at that IU. 1, 2. What do I got? I got Texas. I'm second, just below Clay. We all got the first. Well, I guess he's got Clemson in there. Georgia, Oregon, Penn State, IU, baby. IU has a 52% chance of making the college football playoff. I don't see any. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Brock Hewitt's got IU in there. I mean, look, what you got to do is you got to play an easy schedule and get everybody excited. That's what IU did. But they've also won 2 road games, which is not what IU does. This poll is fantastic. All right, here's the bracket if the season ended today. I know why we go to the top 4 because of this. There you go. I don't like it. See, number 11 or 12 should be Indiana. No, it should be. And where's Army or Navy? I got Army/Navy in there. Pick one. Both undefeated. How about that? You run that wishbone, you're having a hard time. But I do like, this would be fun, right? How about an Alabama-Texas game in the second round? Anybody with BYU or Miami got a bye. How about Georgia against Ohio State second round? It's good stuff. I can wait. I don't want to wish my life away, and I don't want you to. Hey, I don't know if you saw this, but Vandy took down number 1 Alabama. I did not know Alabama had gone to number 1. Broadway never stood a chance, ladies and gentlemen. Here's some video. Let's see it. I think it's the goalpost walking down Broadway. I can't believe the Knicks and Knicks weren't there, but they live in a different Broadway. There it goes. 3 miles they took this goalpost and threw it in the river. I don't understand why you throw it in the river. Vandy people are out of their mind. Nick Saban said the only easy place to play in the SEC is at Vanderbilt. Well, these kids weren't having it. And I got to tell you, nothing captivates you like college football. We had gotten done on Saturday. Had a lot of things going on this weekend down in Georgia at my friend's place, his daughter, whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. But anyway, we got done on Saturday. And all of a sudden we turn on TV and here's this game going on. And you're kind of saying, wait a second, is this actually going to happen? Well, it did. Man, it was very cool. And Vanderbilt celebrated like no others. And then they threw it in the river. Why are we throwing the goalposts in the river? You should hang those goalposts. I thought that was very, very cool. This is the second video. Yeah. You know, before the weekend, people said this wasn't a great college football weekend. I didn't think it was a great college football weekend. These people just having a blast. I love when people have fun after a win. Here's the deal. Miami of Florida scored 21 unanswered in the fourth quarter to come back and beat Cal. They were getting their ass kicked. I mean, they were getting belly whomped. You know, last year, Michigan beat Washington, right? National championship game. No more Michael Penix. Well, guess what? No more Michael Penix. Washington still beat Michigan. I'm telling you, this Sharon Moore thing is interesting. I know we love him. I know we do. I know he's getting ready to probably be suspended, maybe not. But I got to tell you, this Sharon Moore watch, it's one thing to say we think we're rebuilding. It's another thing to when you're actually going through it to lose. You know, when I was coaching at Bowling Green, I told you this before, 7 of my 10 years, my 2 best players got hurt. 5 of those 10 years, my 3 best players got hurt. And as I was going through it, man, everybody's like, Dan, man, you are coaching your ass off. Just stay competitive. Well, guess what? Then you lose. And everybody's like, yeah, okay, see you. You know what I mean? It's that kind of deal. So I get it where we're at with Moore. I mean, Moore should have been the guy, did a great job last year as interim coach, and they gave him the job. But when you're losing, particularly the mediocre teams, remember Washington lost to Washington State. It's kind of tough. USC fast. USC quick. USC shifty, athletic, right? West Coast, baby, let's play fast. Went to Minnesota, the frozen tundra, and played the big, thick ankles of the Minnesota Golden Gophers of Row Your Boat Guy. So Row Your Boat Guy and his thick ankle crew pounded on. They did. They pounded on the number 11 Trojans. It was one of those old school 24-17 Big Ten battles, which is weird because it was a Big Ten battle. It involved USC, and it's not the Rose Bowl, which is very weird to those of us that are of a certain age. However, having said that, as my friend Rob Lemley, producer extraordinaire at ESPN, you say, man, that Big Ten's a thick ankle league. No, those thick ankles got you. Those thick ankles got the fleet of foot, I guess. I don't know. I don't know who's bigger. I don't know who's stronger. I don't know. I just know reputation, right? Well, Michigan got their ass beat. Oh, I don't know. If we seem a little sluggish and sad today behind the scenes on the show, Dylan, our producer extraordinaire, the great Dylan Taylor, I don't know if he can recover from this. I honestly don't. We got all the Vols fans here. This was the year. This is Nico Noga. Nico Noga. Nico Horner. Nico, my man. Nico. Let's go, Nico. Well, I got to tell you, I'm watching that game too. And it looked to me from jump, that Arkansas was a better football team. No, it did. It looked like, without question, Arkansas looked bigger, faster, more riled up. And, oh, by the way, you know what? They were partying. They were partying like they had a pig in the ground, baby. As the Arkansas Razorback fans, they rushed the court. Tennessee guy hit a fan. I mean, it's chaos in college football. And Double D is down for, of course, the story of the entire season. The only team 6-0, the first team to get itself bowl eligible, is the Indiana Hoosiers. And I don't think we're talking about the Poulan Weed Eater Bowl, which was actually a bowl back when Bill Mallory was taking teams to a bowl not named the Copper Bowl. I think this Hoosier team's got a little something nice. The Big Ten doesn't look very good. Purdue stinks like hot ass. and Indiana plays them later on. You're telling me Michigan State, Michigan, Washington, I don't know. Indiana's got the best schedule Indiana could possibly have. And next thing you know, they're rocking, rolling, shaking, and baking at 6-0 with 2 road wins. My guy Kurt Signetti, he came out and said, Google me. I'm a winner. Last time we were picked second to last in the league at James Madison, we played for the conference championship. Is it going to happen again? Don't look now. But it sure seems like it's gonna. Indiana passes the eye test. Look, I know they haven't played anybody. I know Northwestern stinks like yesterday's hot garbage, but I don't care. The Indiana Fighting Football Hoosiers, we've never been there. Some guy at the airport said, hey, Dan, I had an Indiana shirt. I had, hey, Dan, you're proud, huh? The Hoosier football. I said, damn right. He said, act like you've been there. And he laughed. Older guy. I said, we haven't. We don't know how to act. This isn't Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, Tennessee, or all you football schools out there. This is Indiana. We're used to bad basketball. We're used to atrocious football, but now all of a sudden we got hope. Down with dope, up with hope. That's right. That's what we got. Hey, Magic Johnson. You know, this is the best country ever if a guy like Magic Johnson can make billions. Yeah, I said billions. Magic Johnson is telling black men need to vote for Kamala Harris. Huh. White, black, green, purple, orange. Nobody ever should vote for word salad Comrade Harris. However, Magic doesn't tell you why, other than, hey, man, you're black. Really? Oh, okay. Should I vote for Trump because he's white? I mean, okay. I tell you what, all you white people vote for Trump, all you black people vote for Harris, see who wins. That's not the way to go about it. You should look at policy. Now, there's not a chance in hell Magic Johnson is voting for Kamala Harris. There's none. Zero zip. Now there's a lot of black men in here. And I don't mean to you know, not to talk to other people, but this is important. Okay, Magic. Our black men, we got to get them out to vote. That's number one. Kamala's opponents a lot of things last time to the black community they did not deliver on. We got to make sure we help black men understand that. That's why I'm here. Make sure I help black men understand first, get out and vote, and then vote for the next president of the United States. Kamala Harris. Well, what didn't Trump do? I mean, Magic, I get it. Like, this is what the entire campaign is based on, just smiling people. Like, what didn't Trump do? I mean, wages in the African American community were at an all-time high. Jobs were at an all-time high. What didn't he do? I mean, what'd you want, Magic? I mean, damn. I mean, I get it. You know, you're a black man, vote for a black woman. I guess she's black. I don't know what the hell she is, but she's whatever she needs to be. But what's the policy that you're supporting? What is the policy? Giving $25,000 away? I don't know. I mean, that whole thing about billionaires don't pay their fair share. I will say this, and I will admit to this, and I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. I'm probably in the 1%. And I pay my ass off in taxes. I mean, my ass off. So when I hear these jackasses talk about everybody got to pay their share, my ass, I pay out my ass. And so do you. But the only thing I hear about is abortion. I don't care about abortion. I don't care about January 6th. Don't give a rat's ass about January 6th. Could care less. No, it is impossible for me to care less. Abortion, hell, there's 11 different birth controls, not including don't spread your legs for some idiot. I mean, what? I mean, what are we talking about? Abortion and January 6th. Oh, my God, January 6th. January 6th is Project 25. Who gives a shit about Project 25? I want to know what you're doing about illegal immigration. I'll give Biden this. Hey, man, my retirement account's up. I ain't mad at that. I want to know what you're doing about illegal immigration. I want you not to be a lying prick. I want you to understand what to do with the economy. I want to understand if we're going to have law and order. I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but again, California, which doesn't report its crime rate, had people, flash mobs, going into stores, tearing down stores, beating clerks and stealing money. I mean, there's no rule of law here. That's what I'm concerned about. You can be concerned about something else, but that's what I'm concerned. I don't give a damn if you're black, white, green, or purple. But Magic Johnson proved, again, I'm telling you, when everybody says how racist white people are, I would look in the mirror and go, whoa, 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 whoa. Magic Johnson telling black men to be black men and vote for a black woman. That seems a little racist to me, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I don't care. If I'm not allowed to say it, well, what kind of country do we have? We all know that racism exists. We all know that racism, black to white, exists big time. We all know it, white to black, big time. We all know it. I mean, what the hell are we thinking about here? I mean, you guys let Magic Johnson up there spewing, stupidity. Is that the only thing you got? Be a black man, vote for a black woman? I mean, isn't there any policy involved? I liked what Trump did when he was here. I didn't see World War III start. Kind of do now. Whatever. Let's hear from Hillary Clinton. No. Let's hear from Kamala Harris. You're going to vote for... Hey, vote for this because you're a black man. Vote for this right here.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
Okay, baby. Okay, baby. All right, baby. Okay. Huh. Okay, honey. All right. Now let's go have another drink. And let's go sit down, baby. Hillary Clinton wants you not to be able to have free speech because she and her clowns would lose control. Let's hear from America's most evil human being, in my humble opinion. Violent crime division, too.
If the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real harm.
It's real harm to who? And who is in control? I mean, who is it real harm to? I mean, who's it real harm to? I mean, maybe real harm to you and your bank account, but hell, you're getting ready to die anyway. But I mean, who's in control? I mean, is that a veiled reference to what? I mean, the deep state, the oligarchy. I mean, how did your hillbilly ass? This is the greatest question ever. This is where you got to admire the Clintons. How did their hillbilly ass get so powerful? How did Obama, who's never had a job, community organizer, get into the Senate and get to be president? How is this woman here, who was the side chick of a mayor back in the day, all of a sudden running for president? What a great country. What an absolute great country. I'll go back to something with Magic Johnson. I always wondered this kind of thing. So Magic's got all these business things. What if an executive said, Magic, I think you're racist. I mean, you only want white men to vote or black men to vote for black women. What if white guys only supported white groups, white projects? What if people thought like Magic Johnson? What if people thought like Hillary Clinton? Where they, whatever they is it the government? Is it the oligarchy? Is it what most people know as the deep state? They are in control. They are. Now, what you think about that? They lose control. Why should they have control? Why should anybody have control? Why should anybody? Why couldn't the tables be turned on Magic Johnson? Hey, I got this business idea. Well, I'm sorry, Magic. You espouse black people only doing for black people. Well, what if a guy espoused white people only doing for white people and cut Magic out? I don't know. I don't like any of it. I hate it. I think it sucks. But that's the world we live in. Judge or whatever you want people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. So I would ask Magic Johnson, what's the content of a side piece? This character. I mean, what is it? What am I voting for? I'm voting for so she can give people $25,000 each to buy a house? Okay. I'm voting for what? Abortion? I don't care. January 6th? I don't care. Here's what happened January 6th in Indianapolis. Actually, it was election day 4 years ago in Indy. In Indianapolis, people thought that Trump was going to win. So they boarded up the buildings downtown, election day. They boarded them up because they knew Democrats, liberals are idiots, crazy, insane, stupid. Well, Trump won. Trump lost. Nothing happened downtown. Nothing. Isn't that amazing, though? It's amazing. January 6th, hey, man, don't care. Abortion, not even a little bit. Doesn't move the needle. But that's what we're all about, right? I mean, isn't that what we're all supposed to be big on? All right, that's fine. Oh, boy. San Diego State coach says, this is volleyball, says it's hurting the players that opponents don't want to play against transgender Blaine Fleming. Okay, who cares? I mean, again, why do we care about 18 to 23-year-olds? You want to play on a women's team? Play with women, against women. I don't get it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't get it. Meanwhile, Colorado State's head coach defends her team decision not to play. I walked up to Emily and I said, should I say thank you for playing us tonight? And I seriously meant that. Kress is the coach, according to the Denver Post. It's not just that they are losing opportunities to play. It's the people choosing not to play us. It's very unfortunate when it comes to these young women who have earned the right to step on the court and play. No question they have. But they also earn the right to step on the court and play against other women. I mean, it's women's sports. Can you imagine? I'm sorry. Can you imagine this conversation 10 years ago? I mean, can you imagine this conversation being a real conversation? I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Colorado State coach also bemoaned that politics are involved with women's collegiate softball volleyball. Wouldn't it be nice if none of us had to be involved in politics? I didn't have a strong desire to be a politician in the future, but I do have a strong desire to raise critical thinkers in my program and for them to understand our own selves and what's important to them and be able to make really conscious, mature decisions out there and always make those decisions out of kindness. I don't think you make all your decisions out of kindness. Where did that factor in? Kindness is a part of it, no question. But what are you talking about? Hey, file this under. This has not surprised me, and I kept this very quiet. Jaleel Peppers was arrested on Saturday. Going to face drug charges, strangulation, drug possession. That's right. He didn't play. Yeah. And that's been a problem for Jabril Peppers a long time, the drugs thing.